Hi, we're back at TTE, tnoozLIVE at TTE. I'm joined by Michael Bayle. He heads up mobile for Amadeus. Thanks for joining us, Michael.
Thank you for having me.
Can we start with talking about what Amadeus's priorities are for the year when it comes to mobile?
Yeah, so this year is a formidable year for us. We have two big things on the roadmap. So first and foremost, we're incorporating our approach in corporate IT into our mobile solutions. So more specifically speaking, in the past we focused very much in travel agencies and we had our tools accordingly as a result. This year we're embedding some of the corporate IT functionality that we otherwise known as Citric and incorporating it inside Amadeus Mobile. Secondly, and equally as importantly, we're launching a slew of ancillaries, both GDS and non-GDS ancillaries, so the end traveler can purchase this very easy on mobile devices, any kind of experience they wish to have.
So one of the areas that always strikes me, excuse me, is where there's money left on the table is in disruption. And I know that some years ago Amadeus had an app around disruption and they sort of backed away from it and prioritized in other areas, but you must be exploring in that area.
Yeah, we have been. You're alluding to something we launched at Focusrite, I believe, and that was with our peers in the airline side on opportunities to do disruption management through mobile, which is a natural location to have this. We are looking at piloting that in 2018 as well on the distribution side. We don't have any announcements yet to make, but something we're exploring. It's a challenging endeavor because upstream there are so many sources, whether the booking was through Amadeus or through our peer competitor groups is part of the catalyst of how you can handle a disruption or not, and it's something we're exploring.
So watch this space on that one then.
For that one for sure.
Okay, so what about voice? I mean, voice is being predicted as huge, kind of seismic changes, a bit like when the internet first came. What are you thinking?
Yeah, you've hit a bit of a shutterbone here in a good way. We embrace voice. We love voice. We believe about 20% of all travel will be booked through your voice at some point in time, not through a screen. As an example of that, we've actually partnered with Amazon in Germany initially, and we've launched a proof of concept on the Alexa store. So Alexa calls those programs skills, and one of the skills now available in beta is Check My Trip. So through your voice, both in German and in English, you can access Check My Trip itineraries, you can interact with Check My Trip all through your voice. And it's something for which we think there will be incredible innovation. It was the most popular product sold in Christmas season in the US at least, Alexa. We know it's only currently available still in the US, UK, and Germany, but beginning to advance in more markets, and it's something that has extreme potential in travel, particularly if you're multitasking. So you're brushing your teeth in the morning, what time is my flight? Am I on time or not? Can I book an ancillary? Can I book an Uber? All through your voice will be very important.
So how quickly do you think voice is going to actually kind of permeate in the same way, say, our mobile devices have, or other technologies?
It's one of those, if you have it, you don't have the same experience without it. What I mean by this, in many hotel chains now in the States, you're seeing, and many led by Las Vegas, little Echo devices being in the rooms. And arguably most of them are for remote controlling lights, music, things that are otherwise you could use with tactile in your finger. But once you get into content, once you get that morning NPR, which is the news programming of the States, BBC, let's say here in UK, you wish for this. And when you return back to your home and perhaps you don't have it, so you live in France, you live in Spain, in markets where Alexa is not supported, you miss this. So similarly, we believe once you are voice influenced, your expectations are be able to interact with things with your voice. And when there's a void there, you're going to criticize and be requiring of it. Very much like nowadays you go to a screen and try to tap it and it doesn't have any ability to expect your finger, that's a problem because we're so accustomed to tapping and scrolling. So I think our voice is being programmed that once it's programmed successfully, when you don't have it, you're missing something. There's a void there.
At some point, does voice supersede chat, or is there space for both?
So I think voice is a conduit to chat. Chat is something I prefer today. One of the reasons why I still believe mobile is something you can use while you're doing something else. And you can be burdened by listening to a panel or by being on the metro and actually typing something away. With voice, you have to have a dedicated focus, right? You need to have not a whistle in the background, not some noise that's challenging you, but you can make some sentence that's interpretable. So voice, I believe, ultimately gets translated to text. That text communication sent to a server. There's some understanding with artificial intelligence or natural language processing in your native language. And then there's a response. and the response can go back from text to voice, as we know through Siri or Alexa's voice, Alexa, and whatever Google Home's equivalent thereafter is.
And there still seems to be quite a gap in terms of the theory and what we're used to doing with our mobile devices every day in our everyday lives, and the practice of doing that in our business travel lives. How do you think, how close are we going to get maybe this year to closing that gap?
I think so already in chat. So I believe the airlines have really led this. You look at KLM, they're one of the first airlines to not only adopt chat in the major platforms of Facebook Messenger and the Asian ones like WeChat, but they've also are the first in the WhatsApp program, which is beginning to introduce itself to businesses as well. And thereafter, from voice, I believe that no one is a winner right now. The real winner is honestly Amazon and Alexa. And they have proven though that again, once you understand voice for your home, let's say, and at least in an American culture, your home is one of which you frequently purchase groceries, and now which you can frequently repeat purchase groceries with 2-hour delivery with Amazon Prime, all through your voice. They have shown definitively that once you use your voice to purchase, there's an increase in conversion. So I think travel sellers have to look at that fact and then adapt to it to understand, okay, will you see the same frequency of repetitive purchase in travel as you do in your local daily life? Not necessarily, but some things most certainly. For taxis and transfers, for concert tickets, for restaurant reservations, using voice to quickly check is there availability and to actually confirm is much easier and smoother than using your fingers and your thumbs.
Thank you, Michael. So we'll be back shortly. Just going to thank our sponsors, CodeGen and OTA Insight, because we wouldn't be here without them.